Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, it's a real shame. Real shame what's happening in Houston. It's a real shame. That's all I can say. You know, it's reports that Deshaun Watson, I think he wanted to be more involved in the selection. Anybody feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section if I got this wrong. But it appears because, you know, I report on the Eagles. I'm not one of these dudes that run around here, well, I report on all 32 teams. Nah, I don't do that. I report on the Eagles. I don't run around here sipping tea, spilling tea on other teams, man. I report on the Eagles. I got a firm rule. If you want to be successful in this here thing that we do on YouTube, you only can have 3 teams tops. Dude running around telling you he reported on every team. He ain't sleeping, he ain't eating, he ain't touching his woman. It's just a lot ain't happening. I'm just saying, man, it's very hard to do. That's why often, not to keep going on about this, but that's why often ESPN gets it wrong, because they're covering on too many things at once. Too many things at once. That's why they come looking to us content creators to help pick their slack up. But correct me if I'm wrong. Deshaun Watson is upset because he wanted to be more involved in the selection process of numerous coaches and all the vacancies that they got to fill within the front office. He wanted to be heavily involved in that process. He sent some names for recommendation to the front office. They didn't even acknowledge his list, nor did they even select anybody that he mentioned. Now, I don't know if it was something that he thought that, you know, he was in control of, or something that he thought he should have a hand in. Maybe those discussions were talked about. Maybe there were discussions of those things happening behind closed doors, but nah, don't look like it. Don't look like it. I'm confused though, because I rarely talk about teams like the Texans, but I got a question for a lot of y'all, man. You know, I'm gonna just tell y'all what's a lot that's been going around situations like this. Now, Deshaun Watson making $40 million, something like that. He's getting paid handsomely. He just got signed a deal. I thought what was supposed to happen was he's supposed to be able to pick up for the team's play. He got paid to do that. That's what he should be doing. That's the energy that I thought was happening. See, I keep getting confused. I'm just trying to match the energy. That's all I'm trying to do. I get confused by these contradictions though. Which way is it going to be? He get to throw a fit because he went 4-12 and is acceptable because he Deshaun Watson. They're actually talking about, you know, trades and stuff like that, but he didn't come out of his mouth and say he requested a trade. Maybe it was just some type of Carson Wentz could never act like this, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Carson Wentz would never be able to go on Twitter and publicly do what he did and it be okay by the fans. Our fan base out here hashtagging free Watson when we got our own quarterback issues to worry about and talk about. Free Watson? Did he have 2,000-yard receivers? I know Brandon Cooks got over, I think he got like 1,100. I don't know what Fuller did. David Johnson ain't have a bad year. It's not up to us to determine the problem that's going on in Houston because we got problems of our own. But what we talking about free Watson? So y'all rather give Deshaun Watson the benefit of the doubt over the quarterback that you got? Over the quarterback, it's the contradictions, because if you didn't believe in Carson Wentz from day one, and now this is your moment, this is your time to shine. I told y'all he was trash. That's different. But if you believed in Carson Wentz at one point, like myself, I'm on record saying I thought he was a top 3 guy up until last season. I'm on record saying these things up until the season that just passed. But if you are one of these guys who, like me, believed in him, understand he fell off a little bit, he got some work to do, the team record is bad. If you're a guy like me, you can't be out here saying free Watson. Basically, that's what it boils down to. You can't be out here saying free Watson. Because for a multitude of reasons. Number one, Watson got bona fide Hall of Famers on the other side of the ball too. J.J. Watt. Watson and played with Clowney, J.J. Watt, Hopkins. I told y'all, remember, if you remember correctly, I told y'all, watch into the offseason without Hopkins. Watch what happens. Now, although his numbers are good, but the record, who cares? Who cares because of the record? Football's the ultimate team sport. It's not his fault, but don't the quarterbacks get the most grief out of that? Nobody not even jumping down Deshaun Watson head right now because of their record, which I think is unfair to a lot of other quarterbacks. Nobody even jumping down his head right now. They're already giving him the benefit of the doubt. Coaching issues, front office issues. Nobody could win like that. The defense bad, blah, 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 blah. No offensive line. They gave him the benefit of the doubt. All he had to do was be quiet. Now we really got to start breaking you down and analyzing you, bro. You got extended. You had 2,000-yard receivers. Why could you only win 4 games? Look at your numbers. What is it? That's all I'm saying about that. You know what I mean? The Eagles news, man, we got more rumors swirling around that. No, everybody in the organization is in a finger pointing fest. Doug pointing the finger at Howie pointing the finger at Doug. You know what I'm saying? It's Jeffrey Lurie don't know who to believe. These are the reports. But I'm pointing the finger at both of them. Because if that's really happening, then they both need to go. They should be lucky that they still even in the building right now, man. They should be lucky, bro. If Press Taylor become the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody got to go the year after that. People got to go during the year, bro. Seriously, bro. This coaching staff and this GM, they get 4 months. They get the first 4 games, then you got to clean them while they in office, bro. You got to enact the 25th Amendment. You got to remove them from their seats. Period. You know what I'm saying? It can't go on any further. If this GM and this head coach don't come out of the gate 3-1 or 4, I don't want 2-2. 3-1 or 4-0. They got into the summertime. They got all summer. They got until next football season to schematically no 2-2 the first quarter. If you bring it back Howie and you bring it back Doug, they're getting evaluated in the first 4 months, or they got to get the boot if they don't get it together. You know what I'm saying? Period. That's just how the dice got to roll. All the finger pointing is ridiculous. I don't want to hear nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear anything about it. You know what I mean? We talked about how I feel about Deshaun Watson potentially being entitled. I mean, has he even been in the game 4 years yet? Come on, he's not even out his rookie year yet, man. Come on, man. Come on. But anyway, man, the Sixers got the floor mopped with him. Everybody in the building got COVID. It's you know, I knew something was kind of off when Seth didn't play. I really wanted to beat Brooklyn, but Brooklyn didn't have KD anyway. But for us to show, in my opinion, that we can't stand in front of Karis LeVert, you know what I mean? This is not the first time that he was able to dismantle our team off the dribble. We had a hard time with him in the postseason. Him and Dinwiddie, nobody could stand in front of them dudes. We just beat them because we had a better team, period. You know what I mean? It was just, it was kind of crazy, though. You know what I mean? I think besides Ben Simmons, you know, guys need to play a little more better D. Now, I like Curry on the outside defensively. Curry, he ain't no push around on the defensive side of the ball. So maybe just missing Curry, so I'm not going to dig a little deep into that. But we still starting off this thing strong. What are we, 7-2? Yeah, we still started off strong. You know what I mean? Defense last 2 games got to pick it up, but nothing. Nothing. Listen, basketball is a marathon. You get your wins that you're supposed to get, and you make sure you're ready to play against some of the big teams. You know what I'm saying? I think Brooklyn failed and the Philadelphia 76ers failed at the same time at this task because we were supposed to make sure we were all at optimum level to play. But I guess a lot of people are, you know, taking it for what it's worth and making sure guys are ready towards the end of the season because a lot of the stars in the NBA are aging. You know what I'm saying? Look, LeBron is like 37. It's a new day. KD is old. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie is old. A lot of these guys are older now. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are technically like the now. Dame Lillard is right outside of the cusp of the now. Some of these dudes are old. Steph is right outside of the cusp of the now. You know what I mean? Some of these dudes getting old. Look at Edwards. Look at LaMelo Ball. You know what I mean? It's a younger game. The game is transitioning over. Look at Tatum and Brown. The game is transitioning over to younger stars. So I feel like that. With that being said, we gotta, with that being said, the NBA has to do their due diligence, and I think the coaches are right in making sure some of these dudes get rest. Like, a lot of these guys ain't playing back-to-backs. They didn't start the season off that way, but you know what I mean? The point being is this. Once you get to the latter part of the season, we should start seeing some more exciting games. But who knows when that'll be, man. Leave your comments, man.